So I just wanted to go live. I haven't had a chance to finish editing my most recent video, which is still showing footage from last month. So, hey, thank you for joining. How was your day? I know for us, we're actually just on our way home after a long day. We did about 7 hours of gig work. It's been a long day and we did pretty good. But as I was saying, I have editing my last video and I'm still behind. But this video that's about to drop tomorrow is our first full week of doing Spark, which I'll be labeling it Spark Week. But how's the audio? Because I know with the road that we're on right now, it's pretty noisy. How does it sound to you guys right now? It's cut short. I touched it. Oh no. Oh no. A poisonous plant. What happened? Hope you're okay. Is this one that's just gonna leave? But the other reason why I wanted to do another live stream is because I am over the hump of at least meeting the first tier. I was trimming a bush in the backyard. Oh no. Backyard, and a vine was growing behind it. Oh man, that sucks. So sorry to hear about that. But as of this live, I am sitting at 298 subscribers, which is still very amazing for me because at the start of the year, in January, I was just under 100 subscribers. So the fact that I've picked up, just over 200 subscribers in that time is still pretty amazing for me. But like I said, I'm over that hump, but I'm still, working real hard to get to that first tier so I can monetize my channel of at least 500 subscribers. But of course, I'm only third way for the watch hours. It requires at least 3,000 watch hours, and I'm just sitting at 1,100. But thank you so much. Thank you. But I just shared the live, so hopefully you'll hit 300 in a bit. Thank you. Appreciate it. My husband just likes to make a little comment of, what is it? Scooby-Doo? He says Scooby-Doo. But today, as I said, we've been focusing a lot on doing Spark, whether we're in our own hometown zone or any of the surrounding areas where we know we can pick up more offers or better offers. Today was the first time that I actually did 8 offers or accepted 8 offers on Spark. Prior to that, since we started focusing a lot more on Spark towards the beginning of March, I think the most I had was 7. So I broke that record today. So yeah, it kept me busy, especially because a lot of them were shopping orders. Not that I'm complaining, I was just happy to get those offers. But you know, the thing too about Spark, and I've been watching other videos still of other people talking about the issues, and even the comments that are coming in from my previous videos about the issues that a lot of gig drivers are facing. And it's not just from one app. You know, I do get a lot of comments that drivers are saying that it's multiple apps. A lot of the gig apps are facing issues with, you know, scammers, bots, and whatnot. But because right now we're focusing more on one app, we definitely see the impact that it has. I'm still on the wait list for Spark. At this point, I've given up. Oh, I know some people have been saying that they've been on the wait list for months, 4, 5, 6 months. You know, they've been on the wait list. So it's just crazy. I mean, my husband and I got lucky last year when we signed up, but for him it took at least a month. Me, it took a couple of weeks. And I think for us, we did sign up in different zones. So I don't know if that helps, if how close any of your surrounding zones, if it'll allow you to.
Lexi signed up in El Paso and then signed up out here in Stillhaven.
Oh, I don't know how that works. I don't think she was doing Spark in.
She wasn't, because she's on a wait list.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, our eldest daughter too is she's been on the wait list since they were stationed out in El Paso. So she's definitely been waiting for a long time. So I don't know if there's a way to reapply, but in a different zone. But like I said, you know, we do see the negative impact that it has. How much of a difference it makes when it comes to making money. Because in the North Austin area, I did reapply for another zone, but I'm way too close to it. This area is overly saturated. That is true. That is true for some areas. I mean, it's just crazy that they still allow so many, however they set up the zones, you know, between the Walmarts and the other affiliates that use the Spark app, and how they map that out, and how many drivers do they allow. And it's because, you know, Spark, Instacart, Uber Eats, DoorDash, even Favor, they all allow you to travel outside of the zone you originally signed up in. I think Grubhub is the only one that doesn't allow, you know, we've traveled, and is the only one that doesn't allow me to work outside of the zone that I had signed up in. So, but like for today, you know, other people have mentioned this on my previous videos, where they said that one of the issues they faced where they get an offer, and just as they start on the offer, it suddenly disappears. Now, I had something similar to that effect happen today while I was looking at a Spark offer that came in. It was a timed one, so it was specifically sent to me. And when I last looked at the timer, as I was looking at the amount of items and what items they were, I know I had 30 seconds left. And only a few seconds had gone by after that, and then suddenly it disappeared, and it said another driver had accepted the offer. And I was like, wait, what? I know I had more time left, and the fact that it was a timed one, and there were a couple of other times that I was like, that happened when I'm looking at the offer when I could have sworn that it was a timed one. So I was kind of taking my time, looking how many miles, the items, and whatnot, and then it would disappear, saying that someone else had accepted it. But the one that happened today, I know for a fact it was a timed one specifically for me, and I had looked at the time, and I know I still had at least 30 seconds left, and it was only a matter of a few more seconds after that when I started looking at the different items that I would have to shop for, and then it just suddenly disappeared. And I've had other people tell me that that's exactly, that's stuff that's happened to them, that these bot grabbers, I guess, they have a way, even though an offer has been initially sent to one specific driver, that it can still be grabbed, that it can be taken away from them and sent, to someone else, which is just crazy. It's just crazy. And like I said, that was the first time I know for a fact that it was a timed one specifically for me, and that I had time left. The few times prior to that, I wasn't 100% sure if it was a timed one, as well as, or even knowing how much time I had left to look at the offer and decide whether I wanted to accept it or not. So, and all the other tips that I've heard of, both my husband and I have tried it out. That's what some said, he had been, and it vanished after a few seconds. Exactly. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, I initially thought the bot grabber thingy, or whatever that program is, was grabbing the offers before it hit the other drivers. The fact that this program can actually even snatch it from the other driver, what it's already been sent to them, or even accepted. It's just crazy. I forgot what I was trying to say too. I'll try to remember. Huh?
I don't know. I'm driving.
I forgot what I was trying to say. But if you are just watching my video, if you just popped in, I'd love it if you'd say hi. That way, I can say hi back, because I don't always see anybody who comes in to watch the live stream. But if you happen to be watching this as part of the replay, still thank you so much for watching my video. It's still a very hot topic, and again, it's not just towards one app. It's multiple gig apps that it's multiple gig apps out there that face these as technical issues, that these companies are aware of. And the other interesting thing is that recently, and it kind of got my hopes up initially, when I've seen a few people doing videos on it about a recent, a class action suit. Okay, a class action suit. And I was like, yes, finally, some type of media outlet out there is finally taking all the drivers and the customers' comments, seriously, and doing something about it. But no, it wasn't exactly about, this hot topic of, scammers and bots and whatnot. It was just the fact about the other changes that have happened, towards gig workers in some areas throughout the U.S. To where we're no longer being classified as independent contractors, that some companies are being forced to pay us as regular employees. Now, I mean, that's a whole different ball of wax right there. I mean, yeah, it definitely has glitched telling me that that there's a worldwide glitch in reference to YouTube comments on creators' channel. Admitted they had a worldwide glitch with comments on creators' channels. I mean, that's the first time I've heard about that. I'm curious as to what kind of glitch, and I'm wondering if it was just sent out to the creators that have already been monetized. I mean, I have noticed that there are some comments. No, you may want to check your email. It screwed up a lot of creators, not just big channels. Oh, I will have to check my email after this and see, because that's pretty interesting. Like I said, that's the first time I've heard about that. But I think it was just yesterday that I was checking the analytics of my channel, and especially under the comments tab, and I clicked on the hidden, and I know that, I mean, there was a handful of comments in there that I was like, oh, wait a minute, where'd this come from? And there was all these comments, but some of the notes that were there said because they were hidden because they may contain, language or, other things that might be offensive and stuff like that. So it was understandable. I mean, there were still a couple of them I was like, that's not offensive. There's no profanity. Why was that hidden? And I would okay it to go ahead so it can be seen by everybody, make it public. So I don't know if it had anything to do with that. Like I said, I have to check my email. But like I said, I got my hopes up thinking that, finally we were going to get somewhere with this one specific app. But it wasn't, it's the whole thing about some companies being forced to label us as actual employees. On one hand, yes, that comes with some, the admins are watching. The admins for what? YouTube? And hey, Total Tech, thank you for stopping in and watching my stream. I think you just got hacked and they're just saying it's a glitch. Don't you? Yeah, and that seems to be an excuse for a lot of things that happen whenever there's a technical, whenever there's issues like that, that it's a technical problem, or that it's a glitch. It does come with a lot of benefits to where you are an employee, because at least you'll know you're going to be making these minimum, when you get out there and work. But of course, the biggest reason why a lot of us like doing this gig work, no matter what platform you're on, from food delivery to being a personal shopper and all that, you have that freedom to work when you want and for however long you want. And whether you want to work in the middle of the day, or for those people, kudos to you that want to do the swing shifts. It gives us way more freedom. And that's one of the biggest enticing things about. Why did that happen? Oh, it said. It popped up saying that I was live, and I'm like, I hope I've been live all this time. And speaking of the glitches, the thing that I've been having an issue with DoorDash for a couple of weeks now. Oh, and congrats, you're at 300. Yay! Thank you, Sidruis Masi. If you're wondering, that's also how if you've been watching my other videos, and especially the way I end it, most of the time I do say Sidruis Masi towards the end, and that just means thank you in Chamorro, which is the language we speak in Guam. Hafaday, that's how you say hello, and Sidruis Masi is how you say thank you. So the next time you see someone that you know is from Guam, let them know Hafaday. DoorDash glitch. When an offer comes in and all of a sudden the screen goes blank. You know, it's still dinging, but the screen goes blank, so I can't see or do anything. You know, I can't accept it. And a lot, you know, sometimes it'll do the spinning, or sometimes it's just blank. And sometimes it lasts for a few seconds to where I can finally see the offer and make the decision on whether to accept or deny. And then sometimes it lasts so long, the next you know, I'm getting a text message saying that, you know, along the lines that you missed it and it's been sent to another driver type thing. And a couple of times it's lasted to where it affected 2 offers or 3 offers in a row that I would automatically get paused and before I can start dashing again. So, oh, there, someone left the middle center there, the 3-seater just sitting on the side of the road. Anyways, my husband just made me act like a, you know, squirrel. You know, and next you know, I'm timed out on it, and I've done the whole thing of, you know, for stopping it. I've what's that word? I guess not necessarily delete the app, but that's pretty much what I did. Then I would uninstall. There you go. Uninstall it, reinstall it. You know, restart the phone. Temporarily would fix it, but then it happens again, and it doesn't happen on a consistent basis. It really is random. So if you're a dasher, does this happen to you? You know, because I'm curious, and I've yet to reach out to support, because on one hand they're probably going to tell me to do the things that I've already done, you know, and especially since I've reinstalled it, that it's the most recent and updated app. So I don't know. Like I said, if you're a dasher, you know, has this happened to you? Let me know. You know, if you fixed it, or if it is going to be worth it to just reach out to support and have them fix what's going on. Because when I do get the chance to dash, you know, it's a pain in the butt, because I'm like, I could be missing out on some good offers. And the other thing I ask myself is, because I'm a multi-apper. Again, if you've been following my channel, I'm a multi-apper. Currently run at least 7 different apps. And I try to run a minimum of 2 apps at a time, because if you're familiar with gig work, you know, if you're running just one app and it's not busy, you're just sitting there waiting. To be honest, when it comes to DoorDash, I'm the last person to ask questions about. I rarely use that app, because in my market, it's really bad. The offers are jokes. Yeah, I mean, 9 times out of 10 here lately, the last couple of weeks, or the last few weeks, really. That's how it's been with DoorDash for me. You know, I would get so many bad offers, and then finally they'll throw me a bone, you know, for me to accept. And, you know, for a while there, DoorDash was really good to me, and my acceptance rate, you know, wasn't great. And then they started to behave just like Uber Eats, and majority of the offers they would send me would be so low, and it would be a waste of time to accept. And DoorDash just started to do that to me too. And so I don't know if it's because I'm multi-app. That's the reason why the DoorDash app acts that way. But whether I have if DoorDash is the only app I have on at the moment, or, you know, another one, or 4 of them on at the same time, that glitch that I was talking about, it's random. Sometimes it does it, and then sometimes it does not. So I don't know. Uber Eats and Grubhub. My AR is sitting at 10. Well, that's better than mine. Your AR is definitely better than mine, because Uber Eats, I think I'm sitting at a 3. DoorDash, I'm sitting at a 4. Grubhub, I don't know. It seems to be with Grubhub is that most of the offers that come through are high, which isn't too bad if they, but when it's high miles, if you're having to do, 9, 10, 11, 16 miles, that's just one day. It takes you out of the zone. If it takes you out into a small town, a rural area where you can't just drive a couple of minutes to where you're in a hot spot again. No, you're going to have to end up driving half, if not most of those miles back. So 9 miles will turn into 18, because you have to just do, a 180 just to come back to where you're going to get offers. So Grubhub, sometimes they really surprise me with the offers that come through with them. It would be real hot, and then most of the time I'm like, because where we live, there's a town that is like 10 minutes away, and they don't have a lot of options in reference to grocery stores and restaurants. So they do order from our town, so those typically are high miles, and some of the people that order from there get it. They get the fact that they'll tip, because they know drivers have to drive so many miles just to be able to make the delivery. Oh, we're home. Okay, what did you say? It's really the market. I know the demographics in my area, and I know who uses what apps and for what reasons. I talked about it briefly, but I think it's a subject that could offend some people. But unfortunately, it's the truth. Yeah.
Yep, unfortunately it is.
Yeah, that is the thing. That is the thing, to where, there are some things, and I've also said it in one of my other videos about.
No, you're done.
Huh?
So you can read the comments.
Oh. That about some of the topics, you bring up in your. Oh, yeah. But is it because I'm home now, and I'm wondering if it's trying to connect to my. Okay. I'm still here. I'm still here. I've seen some people, because they like to bring up, Serge, you're home and you guys unpack, etc. I think oh yeah, yeah, I didn't even turn I think it was possibly also because we're about to get some bad weather to start rolling through. But I've seen people when especially with it's something that they keep bringing up on their channel. Some people get banned, because they're constantly bringing it up. And as you mentioned earlier, that or that it was mentioned earlier that admins are watching, people from those companies are watching. So, people are getting banned from the apps, getting banned. Their channel is affected by it, and that's one thing I don't want to do is to rock the boat. That's because, especially for me, I'm just getting started with my channel, and even though a lot of these things that happen for these for gig workers like myself, like us, it's a financial impact. It's a very big financial impact when companies don't want to do anything about it, but yet they know full hand, they know these things are happening, but they're not doing anything about it. When I've talked about it in previous videos, Yeah, safety is one of the reasons why people complain about it, because you just never know. But that's just one reason. We watched something wild happen live to someone that DoorDash did to him that freaked everyone out. You have to send me the link to that one because I want to know what you're talking about. Every day I'm constantly on YouTube watching, if I come across any interesting videos that happen, I'll tag you in it. Okay, thank you. um Anything interesting that that's happening. But a lot of this stuff that's happening with all the gig apps, or majority of the gig apps, I won't say all, um um it needs to be fixed before something really bad does happen more frequently. Stuff has already happened because of fraudulent accounts, for sure. Stuff has already happened with um assault, whether it's verbal or physical, but someone was assaulted for sure. And it was, the person was using a fraudulent account. It happened once, and we're like, okay, that was a coincidence, but it happened again literally after I spoke on his live stream. Oh, wow. Very interesting. Happened, and we're like, okay, that was a coincidence, but it happened again. That is very interesting. Like I said, oh, he, after he spoke on his, okay, I got that now. Yeah, definitely I have to check that out and see what you're talking about. But I've had other people make comments or suggest on previous live streams. It was interesting, but I think he's okay. He just passed 1,000. Yay, congratulations to him. But it's not, now I forgot what I was saying. um yeah, I forgot what I was saying now again. Oh, I mean, some of the other suggestions about who to reach out to, whether it be to local media and and whatnot. We've done that. I know of other drivers, especially gig tubers, who make comments that they've done that. But and some of these channels too are, at least to me, when you're talking about double digit subscribers, that's a lot of people that they're getting out there too. And they bring up the topic, some hot topics that a lot of gig drivers are facing, and not just the gig drivers, but customers, because they're on the other hand of the situation when it comes to scammers. And I've said it once, I've said it twice already. One of the other videos that I did showing from the customer's point of view, why it's important that as a customer we pay attention to the person who's walking up to the door, especially if you have to open up the door to them. I mean, that would freak me out if I see on the Ring camera that not only do I see the person drive up, just drop the stuff and then drive away, but notice that at the same time they arrive, 2 other vehicles park and wait. And then when the driver leaves, then those same 2 vehicles, slowly creep away following that person. I'm sorry. Why? Why would they do that? Did they think that the customer was going to give them an issue? Are they are they scanning the neighborhood? I don't know. You just never know. that is a big concern, when it comes to scammers and or people using fraudulent accounts. But yeah, we don't know. Just never know. But we just got to keep on pushing, right? We got to keep getting out there, making the money the best way we can, and just making sure we're being careful. And this is something else that has become a pet peeve for myself. So much scam happening left and right. Exactly. But this is something, because I do a lot of shopping here, or there are times when, waiting for an offer to come in, and we're at a store, different stores, not just the same one all the time. And I constantly see it. One thing that I try to say to also at the end of my video is, to be safe out there. But how many times I see people going and doing the crosswalk to get, whether they're going into the store or out of the store, head up, looking straight. They don't look left, they don't look right to make sure that there's not a car coming. They walk across those crosswalks like, I have the right to be here, but they constantly take the chances of competing with a vehicle. You don't know if they see you, and you take, and it's one thing if it's just an adult doing that, but then with adults with kids, and the kids are behaving the exact same way. If the adults they're with is just looking straight, they don't take a moment to look to the left, to the right, before crossing. And the kids are doing the same thing. I don't know how many times I keep seeing that. I was just like, look at this. Yeah, you have the right of way, but that doesn't mean you don't take just a moment. It takes just a moment to look to the left or the right, and you teach your kids the same thing. I have the right. Situational awareness is not an all-time low, and people's thoughts of I have the right of way is at an all-time high. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think that's just been an ongoing thing, been going on forever with everybody who feels like the saying, look before you leap, doesn't exist anymore. It's crazy. Growing up, I taught my kids always, once they become adult, whether they still do that, I don't know. I mean, even now for myself, leaving a store, going into the store, if I'm I take a moment, because that's all it takes, a split second for you to turn your head left, turn your head right, just to make sure that, yeah, a car is going to see you. But what gets me is the fact that it's being passed on to the kids. I mean, preschoolers, elementary, that they're following their parents, or the adults, whether it be their parents or not, they're following the adults. And if they're just looking straight ahead for the kids, they're not learning. We may have the right of way, but we still got to take a moment to make sure that they see us, because otherwise you're just taking that chance. Because you've got drivers out there, and I've seen that, who just zoom through those those crosswalks, and people that are speeding through, and they don't care that there's a person about to enter the crosswalk. So I don't know how many times I just want to roll down my window. I'm like, it's one thing if you're going to do this as an adult by yourself, but that's a behavior you're passing on to the kids you're with. So I'll say it again. Let's be safe out there. But I was trying to see, there was one other thing I wanted to try and bring up, but I know the biggest, yes, I know the biggest reason why I wanted to do this live stream tonight was, again, just to help boost my my subscription, my subs, basically. And thank you guys so much for those of you guys that finally took me to 300. I don't know what it is. I haven't looked at it yet. If I've even gotten over the 300, like I said, just to even where I'm at right now. Um, where I'm at right now, it's still just an amazing feeling, just to see how many subscribers I have. And it's just also getting the watch hours. Like I said, I'm only a third of the way. I need a minimum of 3,000 watch hours, but I'm sitting at just over 1,100, so I'm over a third of the way on that. And apparently I've hit at least the 300 subscribers, so yay! Thank you. I do hope that you guys will keep watching my channel. And again, if you're watching this, whether it's, especially if it's a live stream, thank you, Mossy, for watching my live stream, for participating in the chats. I truly appreciate it. You're all good. Keep going live. I'll definitely share. And thank you so much for that. I truly appreciate that support. And again, let's get out there. Let's make our money. But let's make sure we stay safe while we're doing that. And the other thing I want to say is that if you are a fellow gig driver and you are experiencing the hardship of scammers, bots in your area, just keep pushing. Do what you can to get out there, whether just to move to a different store, try a different store, or a different area, a different zone altogether. Like, what we do, we travel to different zones and test out where we're going to get better money from, better opportunities for higher paying offers. And also try other apps. If you're only trying, 1, 2, even 3 apps, try another one. Look for another app that could potentially bring you, more money and fill in the gaps. When 1 app or 2 apps aren't chiming away with offers, by having, other options that can also increase how much money you're going to bring in during your shift. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for sharing and subscribing to my channel. And then don't forget, if I had my bell in here, I'd ring it, but hit that notification bell. That way you know when I go live, when I upload videos and whatnot. Thank you. You have a good night too, and I'll be looking forward to the video so I can watch what's going on. But thank you for all your support. But you guys take care. Like I said, my newest video will be, no worries. I thank you so much though for still popping in, Terry. I appreciate it. The biggest reason why I was going live was just to try and increase my subs and still talk about a lot of those hot topics out there. So you can rewatch what happened at the start of it, and you can still comment, so then that way when I look at it myself, I'll see. And yes, hit the like button if you're watching this video, especially as a live stream or even as a replay. Hit that like button. Always appreciate that part too. But my next video will be dropped tomorrow. I'm going to try and finish editing it before I head to work tomorrow, and get that uploaded as well, because that was going to be Shark Week. I'm sorry, that was supposed to be Spark Week. Supposed to be acting like Shark Week. But thanks again for watching. Y'all take care. Have a good night. Until next time, adios for now. I think you have. So, but thank you. Hello and goodbye. Adios for now. Si Zeus Ma'asi. Thank you for watching.